Hello and welcome to Camp Xbox. Today we're diving into Xbox history with a review of Kinect Adventures, the iconic pack-in game that introduced many to the Kinect. Released 13 years ago on November 4th, 2010, Kinect was Microsoft's ambitious venture into motion control gaming, eliminating the need for a controller at all and relying on your body's movements in front of a camera. Now, back in the day, I was an Xbox 360 owner and I loved my console, but I never quite jumped into the Kinect craze. When it was first introduced at E3 2009 with Project Milo, which was a game where you could talk to AI through your Kinect, which is kind of funny thinking about where we are today, but it really did feel like the future. But that game never happened, and honestly the final product to me seemed like a novelty. Motion control wasn't really my go-to, and I always really enjoyed the feeling of playing with a controller. I dabbled in Kinect with friends and played some games, but it was only fun in short bursts. However, as someone who loves gaming history, I now see Kinect as a fascinating piece of gaming history. I want to explore its highs, lows, and everything in between. What made it catch on so fast and fall out of favor just as quick? Just like I'm doing with the original Xbox library as well as the 360s, I want to take a look at the Kinect library and see what it has to offer. And what a better way to start this journey than with the pack-in game itself, Kinect Adventures. Released November 4th, 2010, published by Microsoft Game Studios and developed by Good Science Studio. And this is the best-selling Xbox 360 game of all time, and let's see how it holds up all these years later. Kinect Adventures serves as a showcase for the Kinect's capabilities, aiming to capture your movements in a 3D space using its camera lenses. While essentially a tech demo, it's nicely themed and put together. As the adventurer, your goal is to earn badges in 5 minigames, unlocking rewards like animated models, achievements, and avatar rewards for your Xbox 360 avatar. There's no plot here, but that's not a drawback. It feels more like a party game or a source of exercise. I think reviewing Kinect games requires a different perspective. You have to acknowledge the unique experiences that they do offer. Going into this, I understand the type of game it is, and I want to assess how effectively it delivers the enjoyable time that it wants to offer. Now let's delve into each of the 5 mini-games and explore how each plays. So let's start with River Rush. When you start up Kinect Adventures, you're immediately thrown into this mini-game every time, and this can become a bit annoying, especially if you intended to play a specific game mode. And most achievements are for specific modes, not just free play. And I understand if the first time you ever played this game, it gave it to you. It gets you right into the game and shows you one of the strongest mini-games. But this game's insistence on starting with River Rush feels unnecessary, and it could have brought you to a menu to select what to do, rather than trudging through loading screens before and after the minigame. Despite this quirk, River Rush is one of Kinect Adventures' standout minigames. The team behind this knew this and heavily promoted it in commercials and featured it on the game's front cover. It's a cooperative or solo rafting experience where you navigate a river, encountering hills, rocks, buildings, and ramps. The intuitive controls involves shifting your body to steer and jumping to propel the raft upwards. The controls are responsive with accurate jumps and seamless turning, usually only failing due to my errors, instead of errors with the Kinect detecting things improperly. This is the best controlling game of the bunch here. River Rush is unique because of its easy to use controls, solid graphics, and exciting levels. Unlike other minigames that have plain or similar settings, River Rush offers a variety of environments. You can navigate water obstacles, jump ramps, and even soar through the sky by jumping from cloud to cloud, all while rushing down huge canyons with raging waters. The game is both refreshing and familiar with all of its diversity. I was tired during the whole experience, but I still wanted to see what the next levels had in store. This is a Kinect game that motivates you to push through the tiredness to reach the next level, which shows that it's well designed. It is an enjoyable experience that demonstrates the strengths of the Kinect. Many players, including myself, will remember it as their first Kinect experience, and it's a great introduction to the peripheral. Once you get to the menu after going through River Rush, you'll see options like time challenges, free play, online play, and adventure mode. Adventure mode is the main part of Kinect Adventures. It has a basic pseudo story where it just sets you up to collect badges by playing mini games. The story mode is really basic, but it does a good job of just giving you a casual introduction to the game's different experiences. One of the mini games you'll play is called 20,000 Leaks. It's okay, but not really impressive or something you'd want to play over and over again. So for this minigame, you're in a glass room underwater, and holes start appearing around you. You have to use your arms, legs, and head to plug every hole up. This minigame shows off the Kinect's ability to track your position in 3D space. It's interesting and fun at first, especially with the silly poses it makes you do, and it also takes pictures of you, so be ready to be embarrassed, but each time you play, it just gets repetitive. Each time you replay this, there's not much new, just more holes and faster times to plug them up. The arena stays exactly the same as well. As a tech demo, it shows what the Kinect can do, but it's not consistently fun. It's one of the least appealing minigames to me, so I wouldn't want to replay it. And when there are only 5 minigames, it's not good to have a weak one. The next minigame of the bunch is Reflex Ridge. It's like a track and field marathon, but you're moving on a cart. You have to dodge, duck, leap over hurdles, and sprint side to side. The courses are tough, and you have to grab gems for bonus points. As it gets harder, you have to jump precisely to make your cart go faster, otherwise you won't finish the level in time. It's a tough workout, but it's also really fun. Playing this minigame is a great way to get exercise. After every play session of this one, especially multiple times, I would feel so tired. However, the visuals are plain. The Sky obstacle course lacks variety. All you see is a lot of supports and boring sightlines. I would have loved to see some cool forest environments to roll through. Playing it again and again, it just isn't very interesting to look at. You don't get as much variety as you would with the River Rush minigame. There are also some problems with jumps not registering correctly during important time trials, which can ruin your runs. But these problems are rare. Despite the issues, Reflex Ridge is a good minigame with great motion controls. I just feel like it needed some good variety. Now on to Space Pop, and I won't sugarcoat it, it's another letdown. In this one, you're in space flapping your arms like a bird to pop bubbles. To descend, you put your arms at your side. You explore 3D space, moving all around to reach bubbles, but you also can't find any excitement. When more bubbles show up, it can be fast-paced, but other than that, it's a bit dull. Unfortunately, it lacks creativity, it's a repetitive experience, and it doesn't evolve. It's surprisingly easy too, so you won't have any challenge here. I would have loved to seen new environments, but it stays bland. The idea of flying by waving your arms is neat, but the execution's just weak. Even with a friend, it's not a minigame you'd want to play or revisit. It's a missed opportunity for something more engaging. I don't have much more to say because this one is very simple, but it's another strike against the minigame collection. Let's talk about the next one, Rally Ball. It's one of the best games in this collection. It's simple and addictive. It's similar to Breakout. You have a ball and you toss it to break blocks in the distance. Once it's out of your hands, you have to use your body to hit the ball's back and make sure none of them get past you. You use your limbs to block it however you can. The Breakout concept works perfectly here. Bouncing the ball to hit high point blocks feels great. It's addictive and it gives you a satisfying workout. One issue though is that the play area is a bit plain. It would have been better if it had an adventure theme instead of just being set in a gymnasium. It seems like a lost opportunity that would have made it even more enjoyable. Despite this, Rally Ball is a blast and you really can't go wrong with it. It's fantastic with 2 players and you can block shots together and have a great party experience. It's straightforward, but it guarantees you a good time. So wrapping up on Kinect Adventures, it's clear that despite the various modes and trials, there are only 5 minigames to play, and that's really not a lot. River Rush stands out as the true creative gem, while Reflex Ridge and Rally Ball offer heaps of fun, but just miss the adventure theme. On the flip side, 20,000 Leaks and Space Pop fall flat, lacking the replay value to keep you hooked. Having 2 out of 5 of your minigames feeling rough is a downer for a party game. With such limited content, you'd hope for more refinement with each one, but that doesn't really seem to be the case. While the overall package is fun and it provides a replay value, it's more suited for sporadic bursts of gameplay. Maybe like once a month or so, it becomes clear that the whole package isn't extremely robust, but at least it's enjoyable. The visual appeal is there, boasting bright colors and lively environments, especially in the rafting minigame. It's casual and family friendly, and it's matched by a soundtrack of light, fun instrumentals. Overall, I'd say it's an enjoyable game, but the fun is more of a diversion than a daily commitment. For a lot of people, this was their first Kinect game, and I think it's solid for that purpose. It's a set of engaging tech demos to dabble in before delving into meatier games. So I'd say enjoy this one lightly. It won't demand much of your time, and while not all of the minigames hit the mark, it's a pleasant diversion to play once or twice. As for rankings, I am going to hold off for now because I want to explore more Kinect games and compile a list that way. I'm not going to put it with the 360 games because Kinect games are a whole different beast. But that does wrap it up for today. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment below with any Kinect memories. I would love to hear them. Subscribe to keep up with the retro Xbox content, and a very special shout out to my YouTube channel members. Thank you for the support, and I'll see you here next time at Camp Xbox.